All right. Good morning. Good evening. This is the 1 year update for the studying Mandarin video. So I think it was March 6th, right around 2020, when we began initially. And wow, that's been a journey. So basically, I just want to talk about kind of what I've learned and what I would do differently, and what the plans are for the next year. So for sure, Mandarin is, I would say, a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Particularly the listening. The information is definitely coming at you 30 to 40% faster. Not even counting tones, just basically the content per unit of time than Japanese or English. So that's going to take longer, and I think some directed listening is going to be needed in terms of basically instead of just listening and not stopping, basically trying to pick out certain words and maybe even kind of some directed, okay, what was that? Did I hear that? Let me put that into a dictionary and so forth. So currently, let's see where we're at. So I think with reading is going pretty well. I'm pleasantly surprised, and finally getting to the point where I can start reading adult content, native content. So I'm reading the Rich Dad Poor Dad, which if you use the text analyzer, it's at the I think it's 6,000 unique words, and I'm reading that at about a 95 to 98% comprehension rate, which is really nice. So I realized that the funny thing is I don't think I've read that particular book. I've definitely implemented Robert Kiyosaki's stuff into my own life, and then probably thousands of podcasts related to that and other books. But because I think I probably read like the first chapter in English, but I'm very familiar with the content. I haven't read the book before, but I'm very familiar with the terms. And what I did was I basically Anki'd SRS the words that appeared that were unknown to me, and that appeared more than, I think it was 8 or 9 times, and that only took like a week or two because there was only like 160 words that were, and all the words are like they're all related to each other. I mean, like it's finance and like sales and price, and there's like 4 or 5 words for sales and so forth. So it's pretty easy, and you can guess if you know the kanji, so you can definitely guess. So my goal is in the next year I want to be able to read a book with 10,000 unique words, and hopefully it's going to be more than one, because I wanted to read a book a month this year, and I think it's going to be probably, that was a little bit optimistic, and I think it's going to be a book every month and a half. It just depends, because there's a lot of short books and a lot of other stuff to do. So, but I think now I got into a really nice routine. Sometimes I'll add a lot of words to Anki, maybe 10, 15, and some days I'll add like 3 or 4. So see how that goes. I think I do want to ramp up the Anki still when I have time. And right now I'm at 2,700 new cards. So the amount of new cards is definitely less than the words that I can recognize, which is nice. And there's a couple of shows that I found. So now I'm actually going to focus on more colloquial vocabulary, because I feel like it's just been a very regimented way of studying. And there's a show I'll put in the box below that replicates the terrace house, the original terrace house in Tokyo. And it's definitely the best ripoff of putting guys and girls in the house and all that. I still think the original terrace house is the best, and definitely this is definitely coming close. So, and as far as output and shadowing, I think what I'm gonna do is see where I'm at in a year in terms of, I know a lot of people, if they were probably studying more intensely at around the 18-month mark, they start doing some focused shadowing. I think that's going to take me probably to the 2-year mark, and hopefully I have a really good comprehension of basic domains. So, and as far as what I'm listening to, there's a couple of podcasts for news and general talk shows and something like that. So the comprehension is definitely going up, which is awesome. And but like I said, the listening is it's like You know, it's the reading's twice as good as the listening, and I don't know what to do about that other than to just wait 2 to 3 years for the listening to catch up. And maybe this year should be focused more on listening. So if there's any ways how to do that, I feel like I still listen more, but maybe what I need is focused time to listen, in terms of like breaking it apart and rewinding and fast forwarding and something like that. So yeah, so otherwise super exciting, and see what happens, and hopefully this year I'll be able to do more Anki. I'm trying to add like 5,000 cards more this year, so that's gonna be harder, but it's Anki is really fun all of a sudden. So I don't know what happened. It's not stressful at all. So anyway, hope everyone's doing well, and hope everyone reaches their goals in whatever. So more to follow.